Lyra here. I am going to take you along today on a day in the life of a homeschooling mom who also runs a business from home. It looks a lot different than it did last year when I had a 1-year-old who napped during homeschool time. Now she's a full-blown 2-year-old who is up with us, and so our homeschool routine looks a lot different. And I'm doing a lot of different things like bread baking, and you'll just see some different things I do throughout the day to save time at the end of the day, to bond with my kids, to get work done and stuff like that. So let's jump in. I got up at 4 a.m. this morning and did my typical morning routine of Bible, gratitude journal, and my little 1 line a day mom journal. And then I did a little bit of work this morning. I have a whole playlist of various different morning routines that I've done over the years, so I won't get too much into detail today, but you can go watch those. I'll leave the playlist below. Some mornings I work out. This particular morning I did not. I kind of woke up a little bit later because I got too much into the TV last night, so I slept into about 4:30 instead of 4, so I didn't have as much time to work out, and so I got some work done, and then I got ready, and my girls get up at about 6:15, and I got them up and then started to get to work on breakfast. If you watch my weekly preps, you know that I make a bulk breakfast every weekend. So a couple weeks ago I made these Kodiak cake muffins using their chocolate pancake mix, and I'll put the recipe below because it makes 24 muffins if you use the pancake mix and turn it into muffins versus their muffin mix, and that only makes 12. So we added like some dark chocolate chips, a little bit of sugar, eggs, and that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna heat these up in the microwave. The girls love them. It's a good source of protein. And then I'm gonna make a bunch of scrambled eggs. We have some hard-boiled eggs in the fridge, but the girls, we're probably gonna eat through those today. So I'm gonna make some scrambled eggs in bulk as well. After breakfast is cleaned up, I get this little tray ready because we've been doing a lot of homeschool on the couch. It's just worked out really well with having a 2-year-old. And so these are the things I bring really briefly. Our Alpha Block book. This is to teach our 2-year-old her letters. We do a few, usually 3 stories. They're all like fall Halloween themed right now. This is going to be our science for today. We do one prayer for the month. So we're doing the doxology this month. So we do that in our little golden book, Prayers for Children. We sometimes do a devotional in this one. And then for our Heart of Dakota, we will read our poem, which is this week. And then we usually will do our reading for history. Our Bible study, we will do our Awana verse instead of this, but we don't have Awana this week, so we're just skipping that this week. And then we will do our story time. So for today, this is our history book. So it's like a living book. It's the stories of it's in a story version, which I really like, and I think kids retain more learning it that way. And then we're reading A Lion to Guard Us, so we'll read 1 or 2 chapters of this on the couch. And then after that, we will move to the dining room where we will do independent subjects. And I usually try to grab a few things for my 2 younger daughters to do if they don't want to read with us. Sometimes we'll go up to the rooms and play, or go play in the living room, but Gwen's already, she likes to wear her winter coat. She's already doing the puzzles I grabbed, and I grabbed this like tanagram puzzle type thing. And then I have a few inlay puzzles I grabbed.
Hey, that's my squishy.
And that's what I'll leave out on the dining table while we are doing our homeschool. I've also been really into learning how to do sourdough lately, and I wouldn't say I've perfected my round loaves, but I've made them edible the last time I did them. And I just got this Lodge Dutch oven. So excited. I've been borrowing a friend's for a couple weeks, and her name is Stella, so say hi to Stella in the comments. And then so I'm going to be baking those later. I have 1 round loaf I'll do, and I'll do the other one later that I already did all the stretch and folding yesterday. But I'm also going to try a sandwich bread recipe, which was more laborious than I had anticipated because I made it yesterday, and then I have to let it sit for like 5 hours, and then I have to put it in the pans, and then I have to let it proof another 3 hours, which I didn't realize. So that's kind of annoying. I don't really like how long all of these things take, but I'm gonna try that today. This will make 2 sandwich loaves too. So I just pulled this out of the fridge and it's gonna sit till nap time, and then I'll put them in the pans and then let them proof, and then I'll bake them like at snack time. So the girls actually want to start doing these right away, so we're actually gonna do homeschool time in the dining room. Usually we're on the couch, but we switch it up if they're interested in other things. Celia's been playing with these Legos for a few days, so she's gonna play with that. So this Alpha Block book, I have sung its praises for years. Obviously it's been well loved. When I did daycare, we would read it every day, and I've been reading it every day with Gwen, and it just really helps them figure out what the sound of a letter is by having something to associate it with, and it's just something that sticks with you. So we just read through this every day, and it's pretty simple. A is for
Papa.
B is for
Yeah.
not ice cream. What's it for? What?
Balloon.
Balloons. C is for cookie. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. What about Queenie McBear's twin brothers? Asked Sister. They certainly look a lot alike, said Papa. The Sword of Miles Standish. Among those who went to John Robinson's church was Captain Miles Standish. He was an Englishman, and he had lived ashore. Amanda was on her feet. Something strange had happened. The deck no longer shivered and tipped beneath her. So one of the activities we have been doing along with our story is this stair-step chart where we talk about different conflicts or problems that the characters run into, and so we're going to add to this from the last time we did it. So now it is time for independent work. I'm going to work with my 5-year-old first. She's technically a 2nd-year preschooler, but we're doing Math K, and we're starting to learn how to read. So I just do like about 5 minutes of each with her. So we're doing the Good and the Beautiful math. So I just pull one of these pages out. I just got it free for this year. It's just easier. And then depending on how it's going, Gwen was into everything today, so I've just started putting on like a little show for her, like Super Y or Mr. Rogers or something along those lines that's like somewhat educational, because it's the only thing I found that allows us to do our independent work without me being pulled away every 2 seconds of her climbing on the counters or wanting to try to go potty or whatever it may be, or like pulling stuff down or like dumping stuff out. So we just wait until independent subjects, and then that's when we really need to be able to focus and not get distracted. So I've just been using that until she's old enough to entertain herself for longer periods of time. 1, okay, 2, can you count? You gotta count out loud.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let go. No, you gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then for my 5-year-old's phonics, we are doing the reading lesson. So we're doing really short lessons. Like yesterday we did this, today we'll do this, tomorrow we'll probably do most of this. It just depends on how much she can focus. But you know, we're just starting in little bits and she'll get better over time. Okay, and then we're doing the older version of the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts for my 7-year-old. So we're just basically gonna do what it says. Okay.
Farm.
Fern.
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 Never.
Good.
Jake.
What does it say?
Jack.
Sound out each part. Ja.
E.
What does E? Jerk. Now she's gonna choose a pose and choose a card with words, and she's gonna do the pose and say the word. Okay, can you read it?
Yes.
And then we're doing Good and Beautiful Math 2 for 2nd grade, and we're learning about fractions, so we're gonna do that. I usually ask her if she wants to do her independent work for phonics right away or wait till she's doing it with math, or I let her also save it for during nap time if she just feels like she's kind of burnt out. So I just leave that up to her. So I made these charts this year just in Microsoft Word and laminated them just so that I make sure we don't miss anything. So after we do our work, I just go through and make sure we did all of our stuff. We're gonna do a little science later. And then during nap, Celia will do her copy work. which is just her writing a few lines from the poem that we're learning. She will read on her own for 15 minutes and then make sure her room is cleaned up. And then today she decided, she's kind of burnt out, she's got a cold, so she decided to do her language arts practice on her own during nap time. So I'm going to save that for her. And then I have her reader here. She also has a ton of books in her room she can choose to read on her own. And then her copy work, so I'll just leave that here so I don't forget. And then Bryania just do the same thing. And then she has preschool today and just needs to make sure her room is cleaned up. So we are done with most of our formal schooling by 9. We start around 7:40. So some days we go to 9:30. It just really depends on the day and how they're doing, if they're fighting me on it, if we have more work than other days, how much Gwen is distracting us, that kind of thing. And then today I just thought it would be fun. I did my meal planning yesterday, which I normally do Wednesdays, but I wanted to get it out of the way. So I already did that. So today I think we're gonna go for a little walk. It's bitterly cold here in Minnesota already. It's like 30s and 40s. So we're gonna just grab some leaves and do some leaf rubbings today, and then we're gonna learn, I'm gonna find where they talk about leaves in these two books and we'll read about them. So I found this page, what is a leaf? And then we can figure out if the leaves are simple leaves or compound leaves. See if they have any patterns and talk about it. And then I also found this life cycle of a tree, which is great to talk about the different seasons. We've been reading a lot of books on that, but can just drive the point home. You guys find any leaves out here?
Oh, some leaves. I got a red one. I got one.
We want to find different kinds. So we came in and it's so cold out. We are sorting our leaves by type. Rainy's getting hers.
Okay.
And then we're gonna learn about them and then we're gonna do some leaf rubbing.
I remember when Arnie did this.
Here's the final product. The girls decided they want to turn these into placemats, so I'm gonna laminate them. So cute. Okay, it's 10:15. Just sent the girls upstairs to play because Gwen was getting into everything and told them if they want me to laminate these, I need to be able to do it with the toddler, pulling everything off the counters and everything. And I need to start preheating the oven. I'm gonna start baking my bread soon, just the, not this, which is the 2 sandwich loaves, but my 1 round loaf that I'll do in my Dutch oven. Our oven, I've learned, runs very cool, at least when the Dutch oven is in there. So it takes at least like half an hour to preheat. When it says it's preheated to 500, it's still like 350. So getting one of these little oven thermometers has really helped me with my bread baking journey. And so I'm gonna quick wash this because I just got it yesterday. And that will be what we bake our bread in. I'm so excited. No. I know you're not supposed to do this, but I'm not the best at shaping dough, so I'm gonna shape it one more time. No. For lunch, we're just having, I let them choose what kind of sandwich they wanted. Bryony's having turkey and cheese and mayo. The other 2 are having peanut butter and jelly, and then apples and pickles. I'm really hungry. I didn't eat any breakfast, so I'm having leftover. This is like a sausage, broccoli, creamy pasta from last night, apple, and then I was munching on pickles. I took my sourdough out and I tempted, don't touch it, girls. And it's not at 205, and I don't understand why I had it last week and not this week when I did it the same way. Okay, we'll see if maybe it's, I have to let it cool for quite a few hours, so. My middle daughter just went on the bus to preschool, and before I lay little Gwen down, I should probably lay her down before I do this, but she noticed me getting stuff out, so she wants to help, which stresses me out because I've never done this particular recipe before, but we're gonna figure it out. Stop eating the flour. So we're gonna now make our actual like flip the dough and put them in the pans, and then they're gonna proof. So no judging my technique here. I know that was probably awful technique. I don't know what I'm doing. So I need to let these kind of like proof for 3 hours. It's about 12:45. I laid Gwenny down a little while ago. We like read books and sing for a while, and then I lay her down, and then I spend some special time with Celia. Lately we've been watching one episode of Bluey, and then there's like this YouTube channel that kind of breaks down the episodes. So we've been watching those together and like learning, and it's kind of fun to like kind of dissect the episode. That's just our thing till we get through them all, and then you know, sometimes we also play games and stuff like that, but that's just been something fun to do together. And then I just threw supper in the crock pot. We used 5 dinners 1 hour. So this weekend we had already prepped the slow cooker chicken and gnocchi dumplings. So the gnocchi will go in at the end, but I just put the chicken and veggies with some broth, and that's gonna cook until about 5. And so I usually have a list of things I need to do during nap, sometimes more mom related, sometimes more homeschool related, but usually work related. So I'm just gonna be doing some random work stuff for the next couple hours, and Celia is just having some alone time right now. Gwenny's napping, Bryony's at preschool, and then Celia will have to do her few, you can hear the dishwasher, her few homeschool tasks I showed you earlier before she can have screen time at 2. So from 2 to 3 she can have screens, but she has to finish that first, and her room has to be clean. So I'm gonna get to work and get some stuff done. So down in my disaster of an office, I've been getting excess inventory ready to ship out that people have ordered, which thank you if you've ordered. But you guys, I still have so much. So if you are looking for Christmas gifts for coworkers, friends, maybe a book club or a group of people, that kids or adults, like moms or females, I have lots of like self-care items in bulk. I have conversation cards for couples, might be a great stocking stuffer. Lunch notes, sorry, I'm dropping things. Games that would also be great gift ideas, stocking stuffers. I've got books, I've got different notepads, kitchen stuff, pencil cases, travel organizers, more self-care stuff, these little puzzles which are great, stocking stuffer ideas. And everything in my shop is 55% off using the code CLOSEOUT. So head over, check it out. I'll have information in the description. But if you want something in bulk or you're getting a really big order, email me and I can maybe even get you a better discount. So let me know, but I want all this gone. Just about to have snack. We're just having some popcorn with raisins. While we're having snack, I usually read a poem or two out of Where the Sidewalk Ends. And then we've been reading out of this Treasury for Children, which is so cute. I've been wanting to read it for years, and we are loving it. It's about basically the author of All Creatures Great and Small. It's this children's treasury, so about the vet who gets to know all these animals and things, and just cute stories about them. I checked my bread, and it is not quite done yet. I did the like finger poke test, and it is taking forever to refill in, so it's not quite proofed enough based on the recipe I have. So I'm gonna wait another hour, and then hopefully it'll be ready and I'll bake it. Just wait, the girls voted to stay inside and play Duplos this afternoon, so that's what we're doing. And I got a load of laundry folded. So we don't normally do movie nights on Wednesday nights, but in Minnesota, this weekend is like the Thursday and Friday that no schools in Minnesota have school. And so we just decided to kind of take the next 4 days as a little break from homeschooling. We'll probably still do our history and read alouds, but we won't do like all the extra stuff. And so we're actually gonna have a movie night tonight because we have stuff going on the other 2 nights. And Celia and I read Matilda before bed. She has a chapter book, Bryony has a chapter book that we read individually with them. And so we're gonna watch the 90s classic Matilda version, talk about, you know, compare and contrast to the book, and then Netflix just came out with the musical version, so we'll probably watch that a different day, not tonight, and then compare and contrast. So it still counts as homeschooling because we're comparing and contrasting and talking about, you know, adapting a book to a film, and I don't know, kind of fun. I'm bummed. It's cooled and it's still gummy. I don't know. I had this down and now I don't know if it's using the new Dutch oven or what, but it just didn't work out this time. I don't know. I don't know. Pulled the sandwich bread out. It's a little overdone on top, but it literally, my oven hates me. It just, I don't know.
Go that way?
I cut off what I could salvage of my big loaf. I hate wasting, but it like was not nearly cooked fully, so I need to figure out my oven better, I think. But I can't cut these for quite a few hours, so hopefully they'll be edible. They do look pretty and smell good. Stan and I are having the soup with bread. Girls are not big soup people, so I heated up some rice we had left over in the fridge. Hard-boiled eggs we had, strawberries, and then the soup. Everyone's currently losing their mind, which is normal for the evening at our house, which is why I rarely film at night. Kitchen is clean, dishwasher's running. I'm leaving that up because they're probably gonna play Duplos in the morning. This is cooling, this is cooling, this is cooling. These are drying, and normally Wednesdays the girls have Awana, but because there's no school the next 2 days they don't. So I normally clean when they're at Awana, so I think tonight I'm just gonna do my cross wave and just like sweep and mop the floors at one time and then call that good. Laying one of the girls down and they like tickle forever, and so I hear screaming. It's kind of funny. I'm so tired. Read to our oldest, laid her down. Sam's laying the other one down, laid Gwen down. I should clean more, but I'm not going to. I also mopped the bathrooms and like the one other tile area in our house. I don't use that on the wood floors just because it's a 70s house and they probably need to be refinished and I don't want to wreck them. So I use just like a Swiffer and the Bona cleaner on those. I don't want to get a lot of water on them. Anyway, I'm going to shower and watch a show and wind down, read a chapter of a book, and go to bed because I'm very tired. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know. I don't know. I always feel like I do so much, especially when I'm filming it, but I guarantee if you guys filmed your day, you would also realize you do so much more than you actually think. So just let that be a little motivation to yourself that you do more than you probably think you do. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.